Good morning everyone. My presentation is on Preamble of the Constitution of India. Every constitution has its own philosophy. So does the Indian Constitution. The Preamble to the Constitution of India is based on the objective resolution of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, which was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 22 January 1947. It is the essence or the summary of the Constitution. The aims and aspirations embodied in our Constitution are clearly reflected in various expressions contained in the preamble. The preamble reveals four components. The first component is source of authority of the Constitution. It denotes that Constitution derives its authority from the people of India. Second component is nature of Indian state. It declares India to be of sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Third component is objectives of the Constitution. It specifies justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity as the objectives of the Constitution. Fourth component is date of adoption of the Constitution. It stipulates 26 November 1949 as the date of adoption of the Constitution. Now let me talk about the significance of the preamble of the Constitution of India. As I stated earlier that every constitution has its own philosophy. Likewise, Indian Constitution also has a philosophy of its own. The preamble to the Indian Constitution embodies those philosophy and fundamental values that include political, moral, and religious, on which the Constitution of India is based. It is the essence, or we can say that it is the nitty-gritty of the Constitution. It reflects the dreams and aspirations of the founding fathers of the Constitution. K. M. Munshi, an eminent member of the drafting committee of Constituent Assembly, said that preamble is the horoscope of our sovereign democratic republic. Another prominent member of the drafting committee, Pandit Thakur Das Bhargav, highlighted the importance of preamble. He said that it is the most precious part of the Constitution. It is a salt to the Constitution. It is a key to the Constitution. It is a jewel set in the Constitution. It is a proper yardstick with which one can measure the worth of Constitution. Not only this, Sir Ernest Barker, an eminent English political scientist, also said that preamble is a key note to the Constitution. In addition to this, the utility and significance of the preamble to the Indian Constitution has been pointed out in several decisions taken by the Supreme Court of India. In 1960, in Berubari Union case, Supreme Court of India stated that preamble lays down the general purposes behind several provisions enshrined in the Constitution. Hence, it is the key to the minds of the makers of the Constitution. Despite this recognition of the importance of preamble, Supreme Court had said that it is not a part of the Constitution. However, in 1973, in the Keswanand Bharti case, Supreme Court rejected its earlier decision and said that preamble is a part of the Constitution. It is of extreme importance. It should be read and interpreted keeping in mind the grand noble vision contained in the preamble. Again, in the LIC of India case in 1995, Supreme Court categorically said that preamble is an integral part of the Constitution. Like any other part of the Constitution, preamble has also been enacted by the Constituent Assembly. So this all indicates the importance preamble carries forward. Now let me talk about certain keywords mentioned in the preamble that gives inspiration not to the people but gives to the whole society, to the whole world. Number one, sovereign. It means that India is a sovereign country. India is neither a dominion nor a dependency of any nation. It is a free country. It is free to conduct its own affairs externally, internally and externally. Second is socialist. The goal of Indian polity is socialism, which has been ensured by inserting the word socialist by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. It is not a communistic socialism, which call for nationalization of all means of production and abolition of private property. It is an Indian brand of socialism, which aims at eliminating glaring inequalities in income and status and works towards improving the standards of the working class people. It also calls for mixed economy, where both public and private sectors exist side by side. Another important point is democratic. India is a democratic country. Constitution provides for representative parliamentary democracy, where executive is responsible to the legislature for all its decisions and actions. Universal adult franchise, periodic elections, rule of law, independence of judiciary are all are manifestations of the democratic characters of the Indian state. Another point is secular. India is a secular state. It means that India protects all the religion equally and does not uphold itself any state religion. Another point is republic. It means that India has an elected head called president. He and she is elected indirectly for a fixed period of 5 years. After that, Preamble talks about justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. The ideals of justice, that is social justice, political justice, economic justice, has been taken from the Russian Revolution of 1917, and the ideals of liberty, equality and fraternity have been taken from the French Revolution of 1789. These concepts, these ideas are very much essential for the overall development of the individual personality. Justice in the preamble embraces three distinct forms, as I said earlier: social, political and economic. Social means social means every individual, every citizen of the country will be given equal treatment without any social distinction based on caste, sex, creed, race, color. And the political justice, it says that every citizen of India will have equal access to the political rights, will have equal access to political offices. And the another point is economic justice. It calls for non-discrimination between people on the basis of economic factors. There will be no discrimination between peoples on grounds of economic factors. Another is a liberty, which is very much essential for the development of individual personality. It calls for no restraint on the individual activities and providing adequate opportunities for the development of the individual. However, liberty has to be enjoyed within the limitations fixed by the Constitution. Another prominent point is equality. Without equality, people cannot survive in society properly. They can be subjected to the various kinds of discrimination. Every constitution has provided that every citizen of India has the equal rights. There will be no discrimination between people on the basis of their race, caste, sex and etc. Now another important point is fraternity. It means brotherhood. The Constitution of India, the Constitution of India promotes the feeling of brotherhood through the system of single citizenship. Even the fundamental duties states that every citizen of India, every citizen of India shall promote harmony and the feelings of common brotherhood among themselves, transcending religious, sectional, and all kinds of religious, regional diversities. So, in overall, we can say that preamble gives a powerful message to the people. It has inspired not to the past generation. It is inspiring the present generation and will inspire the future generation as well. Thank you very much.